what's up? It's Wick for Xiaomify, and today we're looking at the Xiaomi Mi Scooter Pro, the newly upgraded version of Xiaomi's popular scooter. What has improved, and is it so much better? Let's find out. Let's go. In the box, you'll find the Mi Scooter Pro and all of its accessories. And I've gotten this Scooter Pro from Xiaomi's global team, as I have just unboxed it in an episode of Mystery Box. So I took it out for a ride, and let's have a look at its specs. The scooter is pretty much the same size as the first generation Mi Scooter. It does have improved battery performance. It's got a color LED display on the handle from which you can monitor the battery level and the speed, and it can run for up to 45 kilometers, which is a huge improvement over the 30 km you could get with the regular Mi Scooter. The Mi Scooter Pro has a 12,800 mAh battery that can power its slightly stronger motor. The power of the motor went up to use a max of 600 watts as compared to the 500 watts on the first generation. Charging can be done with the included adapter plugged into the power input on the left side of the scooter. The charging time is quite long though, as it takes about 8 hours for a full charge. It can get speeds of up to 25 kilometers, which is the same as on the first generation, although now you can choose between 3 different speed modes. Eco goes up to a maximum of 15 kilometers per hour, standard mode up to 20 kilometers an hour, and sports mode that goes up to 25 kilometers an hour. You can set these conveniently from the handlebar, and on the handlebar you'll find this power button, which can turn the scooter on and off by long pressing, turning on the lights by short pressing, and switch between the speed modes by double pressing. It's got a tail light that will indicate when you're braking, and a headlight for when you're driving in the dark. On the right side of the handlebar, it's got the acceleration knob, and it's got a brake handle on the left side of the handlebar, and this enables its double braking system, which uses front and back brakes. Also on the left side of the handlebar, it's got a bell, which also functions as a locking mechanism when you're folding the scooter when you want to carry it. Although I gotta say that it is quite heavy if you plan to carry it around for like an hour or so. It's got a small stand for parking on the left side of the scooter as well. And this is all pretty similar to the first generation. And just like the first generation, it also connects over Bluetooth, so that you can monitor the scooter's battery level and speed from the Mi Home app. Simply add the Scooter Pro as a Bluetooth device in the Mi Home app and you're good to go. I must say that the app's functionality has been greatly reduced, since you can actually monitor both the speed and the battery level from the LED display in the handlebar. Really, the only added functionality of the app is the ability to lock the scooter over Bluetooth, but that lock is exactly the same as on the first generation. It allows the wheels to be blocked, and it gives some sort of bleeping sound when you push the scooter when it's locked. Although when you just lift the scooter up, it won't give any alarm, bleep, or anything really. So I still suggest to buy a lock for the scooter if you take it to a mall or something. So let's take it for another ride and see what this thing does. So to ride it, you'll need to power it on and give it a small push before using the acceleration knob to get moving. Once you're in motion, the scooter feels responsive and very quick to respond when you accelerate, and also the brakes work really well. So it's very nice to ride, and that little push to take off is something that you'll be used to in just minutes. It feels fast, it accelerates fast, and it certainly has a few improvements over the first generation Mi Scooter. But in broad strokes, it's kinda the same scooter, with the LED display and the better battery being the biggest improvements on the Pro. I've gotta say that I find it to be really great that it can ride for 45 kilometers, which is really quite the distance. And exactly like I said in my review of the first generation Xiaomi scooter, it's really nice to cover small distances easily with this scooter, and it's actually very nice to flexibly maneuver through traffic situations. And that's exactly the same on the Xiaomi Scooter Pro. I personally would have loved to see an included lock though. I would have loved to see a brake handle on both sides of the handlebar, because if you're having your left hand off the handle, you'll have to be very quick in order to brake. And I would have loved to see some small improvements like suspension or springs on the wheels, or maybe even slightly bigger wheels for that matter. So that will make it slightly less bumpy when going over a very bumpy road. But for its price, it might be a bit much to ask. Also, accessories like a way to attach things to the scooter, hanging a bag or holding a drink or attaching your phone, are not being sold by Xiaomi, unfortunately. Also, I do think that the app with its main functionality is pretty much being firmware upgrades, has a lot less functionality, but just for the software updates, I do think it's good to connect it every now and then to check out any possible updates. Overall, I really do like the Scooter Pro. In some countries in Europe, the Mi Scooter Pro goes for 499 euros, but it is not yet available everywhere though. It's not that cheap, but for such a convenient scooter, it might certainly be worth it. So that's about it for the Xiaomi Mi Scooter Pro. What do you think? Is it a good upgrade, or would you have loved to see more? Let me know down here in the comment section what your thoughts are. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a little like below the video to indicate that you liked it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, know that you probably should, as I'm doing a ton of videos about products from Xiaomi and the Xiaomi ecosystem right here on the Xiaomify channel. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see y'all soon. Peace.